today I'm going to talk to you about my fabric shopping that I've been doing. I've got 2 shops full of fabric, but yet still I buy more fabric. I think that's probably what they call an addiction, and hopefully some of you out there know what that feels like. If you love fabric, you just love buying loads of it. So I'm going to talk you through my stash, and then also about a pattern that I've got that I really like to make. But before I start all of that, I'm going to do as promised and talk you through what I am wearing today. This is a Pussy Bow Blouse. It's one of our patterns, the most recent one that we released. And I've made it out of sandwash silk, which is my favourite type of silk. One of the reasons why I think it's so great to work with is because it's not so slippy. It's not like chiffon, so it doesn't move constantly. And it's much easier to cut, although you do find that sometimes it jumps underneath the pattern as you're cutting, so you do need to pin really thoroughly. But it's definitely, easier than a lot of silks, and I just love how it hangs. It's sort of got a kind of peach skin sort of quality to it. I'm going to show you, can you see the design a little bit more? La la la. No, 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 no. Okay, so I probably have about 8 Pussy Bow blouses, so you'll probably be seeing my full collection, and I still have a few more that I'd love to sew. So really think it's a great pattern though. It's great just slipping over skinny jeans. Cool, okay, so that's what I'm wearing. Now onto my fabric stash. So firstly is this one. I picked this up from my local fabric shop, which is Mermaid Fabrics on Mare Street. And for those of you that aren't in London, that's in London, I'm afraid. You can see I'm hanging it up like this, so you can see it's lovely and drapey. It is sort of viscose rayon. I feel like it's quite whistles-like in its print. I'm going to come in closer so you can see. It looks a little bit like loads of French fries on a plate. Because it's quite busy, I think it needs quite a simple pattern. So I was thinking maybe our ultimate shift dress, or just a basic blouse pattern, but not the Pussy Bow blouse. I think the tie might be too much. Maybe our ultimate blouse. But I did buy, I think I bought a couple of meters, so I've got options. But yeah, I think an ultimate shift dress would be really cool with that, because I think it would look good with tights, but also it will work in the summer or spring. So yeah, that's my first one. Also from Mermaid Fabrics, I got this one, which is a really nice basic cotton. It's the lightweight cotton. It's quite stiff, but I think it might be the dressing that makes it a bit stiff. But yeah, I just really like the colour. And again, because it's got black in it, I just thought, well, I know I've got shoes that will go with that. I always try and think about that when I'm fabric buying. I try to think, what will I be able to wear with this? Because I have been stung before where I've bought loads of cool fabrics, got home, made them into skirts or dresses, and realised I have no shoes and no tops to go with them. So I ended up buying things to go with them. But now I'm trying to be clever with my fabric buying and think about what would work in my wardrobe. So this fabric will definitely work in my wardrobe. I think it'd be great as a full circle skirt. One of the girls at work had a really lovely sort of vintagey skirt on the other day, and it was had like buttons down the front with a nice waisted waistband and also patch pockets on it. So I was thinking maybe this would be cool for that. And actually in my book there's a project for a buttoned up full circle skirt, so I was thinking I could do that. Or I might make it slightly gathered. I'm undecided, I'm not sure. But I think I got 2 meters, so I might actually not have enough to make a full circle skirt if I want it quite long. I like my full circle skirts to be really kind of down to the knee, so we'll see. I will share with you what I've made with it. So that's that one. Next is this, which is some very beautiful vintage fabric. I'm pulling it in closely so you can see the print, but it's gorgeous and it's a lovely, lovely yellow. Now up to my skin, I don't think I can wear this. I don't think I've got dark enough skin, but I think it would be great as a skirt. A bit jazzy for trousers. I think it's a bit loud for trousers, but again, a full circle skirt. So maybe midi length even. It's already been washed. I think maybe one day it was a curtain or something. So it's already been washed, and it has got a couple of tiny little stains on it, and that's something to be aware of if you are buying vintage fabric, is that they can have stains, because often it is a duvet cover or curtains or something like that. It's very rarely straight off a roll. So yeah, I got it off the internet, always a bit of a risk because you can't feel it, but the print was so cool. I thought, well, if it's cotton, I kind of know what that's going to be like, and I can work out around it. So this is my amazing vintage fabric find, and I'm hoping to make a skirt out of it. Next in my stash is this fabric. Now this isn't new, and I'm really sorry to those of you that can't get this anymore, but this was from John Lewis last year, and they produced a range of this, like a special edition of fabrics for their 150th years anniversary, and this was one of them. I did see some other colourways though in there similar to this recently, so maybe that they'll reprint this. Anyway, I saw it, it was really expensive. It was about £22 a metre, which for a cotton, no, it can't be £22. Yeah, I think it was around that. So it was really expensive, and I only bought 1.5 meters because of that. But I just love the vintage print. It's quite unusual as well, like the beige colour. Will be potentially quite difficult to wear, but I was thinking trousers, some ultimate trousers in this would be lovely. I could wear it with a little black cardi or a black body or something that's quite tight and tucked in, little blouse, something like that. Now I thought I'd share this with you because it's such a gorgeous print, and also I'm going to sometimes drop in things that I've got in my stash. My stash has massively reduced down because I've decided that if it's been sitting there for ages, then obviously I'm not going to make anything out of it. So I've popped it into the remnants at work. So if you ever come into the shop and you see some remnants that look like they were never part of our actual fabric that we were selling, it was probably something that I bought and decided that I wasn't going to use it and someone else might. Okay, I'm going to stop faffing around with that and put that to one side. So that's my fabric. The other thing I wanted to share with you was a pattern that I have had as well for a while. This is a Decades of Style pattern. It's a lovely skirt. I'm going to actually take this out of the plastic wallet because I think the reflection is hard to see. Is that any better? There she is. I hope you can see that. So this is a Decades of Style pattern. It's the 1948 Siren Sundress. If you've not heard of Decades of Style, basically what they do is they take vintage patterns and they reproduce them with more modern day sizing. So I'm sure that this one at some point was a pattern and they've decided to reproduce it. You may, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I have some Decades of Style 1940s trousers that I absolutely love, and I have like loads of pairs of them and wear them all the time, and they're an amazing fit. So if you if you like those, maybe I'll wear them in one of the videos so you can see, but that's my favourite Decades of Style pattern. But because I love that so much, I thought I'd give this one a go. So it's from America though, so those of you that live in the UK, you do have to pay for the old customs, or rather sometimes you pay and sometimes you don't. I don't know what that's about. Sometimes things slip through and other times you end up paying your customs. But I think it's worth it because you get stuff that you wouldn't get here. So I'm going to show you how the pattern comes. So you saw the A4 kind of booklet, plastic wallet that it comes in. And then this is the instructions. So it's all falling apart a little bit. Here we go. So this is the instructions. There's some really nice pictures. I did find that I didn't actually use the instructions when I made the trousers because they were such a simple construction. But for this I think I will, because it's got a kind of funny bodice and tie thing. But I'm thinking because of the tie, the fit issues will be really easy. So it's basically, it kind of ties round there and then comes round and ties in the knot behind, so you can kind of tighten it over your bust. It has got a bust dart, so for those of you with full busts, you should be looked after. It's got a patch pocket on it, which is quite cool. I'm not sure about patch pockets. Sometimes feel that they look quite little girly, but square ones less so. and I do like it on this one, so I might make one with the patch pocket and one without. You also get standard information on the back about the metrages, or yardage as the Americans like to call it. And it likes to throw us whenever customers come into the shop and they're like, I've got this in pattern, it says I need this many yards. It always hurts my head and I feel really embarrassed that I can't immediately go, oh, well that's this amount of meters. So I always usually just go, oh, well it's a little bit more. So yes, nice drawing on the back, all the pattern pieces. It's really simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pattern pieces, and that's including the patch pocket. And doesn't need any zips. How's that possible? I guess it just fastens up at the back, which is amazing. And they say medium to lightweight woven fabrics recommended, like linen, silk and cotton. Okay, well linen I love, but like if it's a skirt and you've got to sit down, I just think you're going to be crumpled. Linen is great if you are never going to sit down in it. So I guess trousers are okay in linen because then they don't crease as much, but I find that full skirts, they just crease so much, you just look like a crumpled handkerchief walking around. So I'm not going to go for linen, I'll probably go for cotton. Cotton is my favourite fabric. Sorry about that, my camera just decided to stop recording right at that moment. So I think, summarise, gonna make a cotton sundress from the pattern, and yeah, I think it would look great with a little cardi. So I will make that and I will wear that in one of my next videos, so tune in to see that. So that's it for today. Hope you found that interesting. Any links to anything that can still be bought, so the Decades of Style pattern, check it out in the comments, and also our Ultimate Shift and the Pussy Bow Blouse. Anything that I mentioned that you guys can then get hold of, I will give you the details so that you can get hold of it. Do let me know if there's anything else that you want to hear from me or you want me to talk about, anything you'd be interested. I'm all ears. But for now, that's it. Have a lovely day. Bye.